Hi everyone, it's Lynn. First of all, I want to wish everybody a really happy new year. I know I haven't put up hardly any videos over the last 6 months, but my life's been a bit crazy and things took over, and on top of that my computer has totally crashed, so I haven't been able to film videos in the way that I used to. I'm hoping to get that resolved as early as possible and get back to normal, but at the moment I'm filming this on my iPad, so you'll have to excuse the quality and the lighting if it's bad, and I can see that it's shaking a bit already just from me holding it, but I've got to be quite high above it because it's very hard to get it to zoom out enough to get close to it. Anyway, what I want to do this year is make a journal. I'm going to be titling it My Life's a True Story Journal, but it's not going to be a journal for every day like a diary. It's just going to be where I document certain things that happen in my life that are important to me, and I also want to be able to include drawings, photos, doodles, clip art, anything like that, to be able to jazz it up a bit. I did start a similar thing last year, but I only got up to March. The reason being that it was in a book form, which I'll show you in a minute. And then there was things happening in my life that I wasn't able to carry on doing the journaling. Excuse me, I've had a really stinking cold all over Christmas as well, so my voice is a bit funny. Yeah, I wasn't able to keep up with the journaling for one reason or another, and then because I didn't know how many pages I'd need to carry on, and I just made notes about things that were happening, and I do intend to try and catch up with it, but I just got really behind with it, and you know how it is, got left. So this year I want to try to do it better, because I do think it's quite nice to look back at past years and see what happened and the important things in your life. Like I say, it's not going to be just general documentation such as, you know, got up, went to the shops, went to bed sort of thing. It's just the important events, things that were enjoyable or maybe not so enjoyable. Anyway, if any of you feel that you'd like to do the same sort of thing and work along with me doing something similar, just put it under the hashtag of My Life is a Story, and you know, we'll see what happens. Anyway, for this one I'm using this Amazon case that a smaller book came with. You may remember if you saw one of my last videos, well, it was actually last December when I decided to do the Document Life or December Daily challenge, and I made a cover, but that was a much bigger, more sort of foolscap folio size. This one is much smaller. Well, you see, this is an A4 sheets folded in half. What I want to do this time is make it so that the signatures are removable, so I can add to it or take away from it. So in the event that I do miss some, I can carry on and then add the other pages in later without sort of worrying about messing up my book. I'm a bit OCD is too strong a word, but I like things to sort of be a bit regimented, and if I lose my place and can't carry on with it, then it seems to stop my creativity and my thought process, so I can't do it. These flaps in here, I should probably use that for some sort of a waterfall photo album kind of thing. And then this is just photocopier, ordinary copy paper folded in half and slotted in over an elastic band for the moment. I'm going to get some stronger elastic cord to put those in, and then if I want to put drawings or anything in, they can slot those in as well, and the book will be expandable. When it closes too, it's more of a square, chunky, and I'm going to put a button closure and string on there, and yeah, and also I'll be decorating the cover. What I intend to do first is cover it with some sort of paper or tissue to make it stronger, and then gesso the whole thing. And then I'll come back and decorate it later. These are just pieces that I find in magazines. If I like something, I cut it out. It might be useful in the future. You know, might not. But I just cut them out and keep them in a bag in case I want to use them. And photos and things that I find, cards that people send me that I like, the pictures, I just keep them, and I might want to include them in the journal and I might not. So that's quite a good way for you to start if you're not sort of used to doing this sort of thing. This is my last year's journal. As you can see, it's sort of more like a Moleskine type book with just lined paper, but it's not really that practical for it because I don't think it will be that expandable, although I am going to try and carry on with it. This is a painting that I did at the beginning of the year to start the book off. This was forgotten the word I want to use. Inspired. Thank you. Oh, my brain's not working with this cold. It was inspired by something that Cece did. You all probably know her. So the sort of thing I just wanted to document. See, this is about starting doing the life book course. There's some photos in of my work. Here I documented about the Charlie Hebdo shooting in Paris, which was sort of playing on my mind a bit. Some more of my paintings. My daughter and I went for a spa day. Yeah, I just add stamps and doodles and little bits and pieces. These are die cuts. Some more of my artwork. I was talking about it snowing, and yeah, so that's it really. I didn't get, oh, Valentine's Day. I didn't really get that much further with it, just into March. So I want to do a similar sort of thing with this, but like I say, I want to be able to add to it and take away from it. And hopefully I'll manage to keep it up for the whole year. But I'm not making any promises because I'm a terrible one for starting off something very keen and then losing interest halfway through. But fingers crossed, we'll see. So anyway, I'm going to get on and start doing the cover now, and I may come back in this video and show you, or maybe another one. The journal's covered now in paper. I use this packing paper that Amazon sometimes shoves in the boxes with goods that you've purchased, it comes in a big row and you can tear off the strips, so you end up with, you know, these strips of paper, which is good for doing certain things with, so I always keep them. I've Mod Podged that onto the outside of the box. I've gone all around the edges to make them smooth. I overlapped a flap of paper and then came back over the top with the smooth paper. I've done that on all the edges, and I've done it inside and outside, and then I've given the whole thing another coat of Mod Podge over the top. It's still drying a bit, so I'm going to leave it overnight before I gesso it. I'm not bothered about any creases or anything on there. They'll sort of cover up with the gesso, and anyway, it's just a junk journal diary sort of thing, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It feels much stronger, and it's holding its shape a lot better now that it's been strengthened. So I think once I've painted it and got the button fastener on, it will stay much better in the box shape. So once it's painted, it'll be ready for decorating. So I'll come back in another video and we'll talk about that. Bye for now.